it's interesting how they were advertising and promoting the national parks, not necessarily with images of, beautiful portraits of mountain peaks and the like, but really with Native Americans. In the 1930s, we're in the midst of the Great Depression. And so one of the things that Roosevelt and his administration are trying to do to really boost the domestic economy is promote domestic tourism. And how better to do that than, instead of having people travel to Europe, have them travel around and see our own country. It's kind of ironic because 100 years earlier, it's the steel rail and the iron horse, the name for the railroads at that time, that really conquered the Indian country. And yet 100 years later, it's those same railroads that are promoting travel into the former Indian country to these national parks. Everyone had this association of Indians as naturals. They're sort of part of the natural environment instead of seeing them as a different culture. So they became the sort of primitives, they became part of that pristine nature that's being packaged and promoted for Americans. What interested me in particular is the work of one particular artist, Winold Rees. He moves in 1913 to the United States with his wife. He actually is focusing in on the Native Americans at a time when most Americans are looking at Indians as these primitives and savages. He cements a real relationship with the Native American peoples that allows this level of comfort for them to sit for portraits and for him to really do these amazing portraits of these Indian peoples. He's showing an incredible respect for their culture and as individuals. This isn't your sort of stereotype of Indians. He's showing them as very specific individuals. In this time period, the Indians are depicted either very romantically and always as relics of the past, and they're never sort of seen as contemporary living culture. They're sort of exoticized at best. I think today we can be a little bit more, hopefully culturally sensitive towards the Native peoples.